Suburgatory this fall on CFJC-TV.
This is CFJC News at 11. Tonight,
Merritt couple searching for answers following the death of their child hours after birth.
Well, there was no literature when I asked the doctor about the medication. There was, oh no, don't worry, it's fine.
A rash of suspicious fires. Who is responsible?
If you see anything, call Crime Stoppers.
And gearing up for the Western Canada Summer Games.
We'll be completely set up here, full triage, everything's ready to go.
now from the award-winning CFJC News Center, here is Susan Edgell.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. A Merritt family is taking its concerns to the Premier this evening, and they're demanding changes to our healthcare system after their child died shortly after being born. In 2009, Matthew Schultz died just 2 hours after doctors delivered him. His parents are blaming the use of an antidepressant called venlafaxine, better known as Effexor, during pregnancy. Pharmaceutical giant Pfizer suggests studies have not been done involving pregnant women taking the drug and wants expectant mothers to discuss the use of the antidepressant with their doctors. But as Andrew Hopkins reports tonight, the Schultz family says that's not enough, and they claim they were never warned of the risks.
A devastating blow.
Amory Schultz and his wife Christiane lost their son Matthew when he suffered respiratory and cardiac arrest at Royal Inland Hospital within hours of being born.
It tore us apart in some regards. You know, we have 7 other living children right now, but it's a hole that can never be healed.
Since then, the search for answers has not been easy.
Every step of the way you face walls, you know, dealing with the hospital, dealing with the coroner service, dealing with the drug company, even our own family doctor, just a gross ignorance.
The Schultzes have found other families who had lost children in similar circumstances after the mother took antidepressant drugs while pregnant. Christiane took Pfizer's drug Effexor through 6 pregnancies, including when she was carrying Matthew.
Well, there was no literature when I asked the doctor about the medication. There was, oh no, don't worry, it's fine. Every pregnancy, every time I found out I was pregnant, I asked, should I stay on them? Nope, there's nothing to say that they're unsafe, keep going.
Health Canada warnings dating back to 2004 have cited adverse effects from using selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors during the 3rd trimester of pregnancy. The Schultzes say that information was never passed along despite venlafaxine being included in the advisory.
These warnings from Health Canada, when I presented them to our family doctor weeks after Matthew died, he looked at them and said, I've never seen these before. I prescribe these drugs to women all the time, and I've never seen these warnings. So he's changed the way he prescribes drugs to pregnant women.
In the documentation for Effexor, Pfizer suggests there are no adequate and well-controlled studies with venlafaxine in pregnant women. Therefore, venlafaxine should only be used during pregnancy if clearly needed. Patients are also told they should talk to their doctor to weigh the potential risks and benefits. The product monograph also notes post-marketing reports indicate that some neonates exposed to venlafaxine late in the 3rd trimester have developed complications requiring prolonged hospitalization, respiratory support, and tube feeding. Schultz says a coroner has ruled Matthew's death was consistent with sudden infant death syndrome and natural. He claims that ignores findings of the pathologist who performed an autopsy on Matthew and felt Effexor was a likely cause.
So when we received the coroner's final report saying that his death was natural and we're not going to make any recommendations, that really ticked me off. And that's what spurred the letter writing campaign and contacting you guys.
The Schultzes want the death to be looked at by the province's Child Death Review Unit, hoping recommendations will come from that process to help prevent a similar incident in the future. Andrew Hopkins, CFJC News.
Meanwhile, a Kelowna woman asking for the right to die with dignity has had her court case put on the fast track. A BC Supreme Court judge in Vancouver has set a November 15th trial date for Gloria Taylor, who suffers from ALS and wants the right to end her life instead of succumbing to the disease. Taylor's lawyer says he's hoping the case will succeed in BC Supreme Court, and Taylor can take advantage of it to seek an assisted suicide before any appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada. Taylor's lawyer says his client has already lived longer than doctors predicted, and she's vowing to hang on as long as it takes in order to exercise her right to die with dignity. Kamloops fire crews were kept busy overnight dealing with 6 blazes. 2 of them are being labeled suspicious, adding to the growing number of deliberately set fires since the start of 2011. As Rafaelina Siriani reports tonight, police are hoping to catch whoever is responsible before the problem escalates even further.
More intense heat, slow burn coming up here.
Fire Inspector Dan Funk sifts through what's left of a box of garbage set ablaze in the back of a business in the 600 block between Victoria Street and Lansdowne.
And it's pretty hard to find what happened if it was a lighter or a match.
It's one of 6 fires that crews dealt with overnight.
We're trying to dig in and find out what's going on, and we're working with the RCMP. A lot of times if they're suspicious, we'll call them and then it becomes their scene.
The fire is being labeled suspicious at this point.
Did this start from the outside?
Yeah, started right here.
Brian Kelly runs an antique and craft business in the building. He says there's a lot of traffic in the back of his place on a regular basis.
Get a lot of street people, sometimes a lot of kids hanging around in the back here. I guess they wander out of the bus loop and they sit here, but it's more the street people and stuff. And you know, they've been here for years. They don't really bother us. They're pretty friendly and stuff like that, but you always worry about discarded cigarette butts, or you know, if they light a little fire to cook a hot dog or something like that, because this is a wooden building.
RCMP have been involved in more than a dozen cases since the new year involving blazes considered arson or suspicious. The spate of fires have them concerned and are asking residents to take inventory of their property to ensure they're not targeted.
What have you got? What's lying about? What kind of garbage can be easily set to? If you're around your own walls of your home, whatnot, have you got plywood? You know, is it flammables up there? Do you have gasoline available? That's the type of thing that every homeowner can take an interest in and make sure it's not about.
Crime Stoppers is also asking for the public's help.
It's strictly anonymous. All we want is your information. Never your name. There's no court. There's no statements, nothing. You can send us a web tip, telephone us, but just get the word out there. That's all we want for Crime Stoppers, and let's get this person some help.
As fire and police work together to determine if they're dealing with one firebug or possibly several, RCMP are confident they'll catch whomever's responsible.
This one won't end until we have that person in custody.
The high price of copper is once again attracting the attention of thieves in the Kamloops area. Tonight, RCMP are looking for some suspects after dozens of meters of the precious metal were stolen from the telesite in Valley View. RCMP say someone broke into the Valley View compound overnight, making off with 74 meters of copper. The value of the stolen wire is around $5,000. Police are asking anyone who saw something to give Crime Stoppers a call at 1-800-222-TIPS. That's 1-800-222-8477. There's been a new tip in the search for a Penticton man wanted on a charge of attempted murder. A Canada-wide warrant has been issued for 35-year-old David Wesley Bobbitt. Bobbitt is alleged to have confined a 22-year-old woman and her 2-year-old son in his secondhand store in Penticton for a period of 12 to 15 hours. During that time, he allegedly physically and sexually abused her. Thankfully, police found the woman and her son, but Bobbitt has since disappeared. Police say he could really be anywhere in the province. It's crunch time for Western Canada Games organizers with the big event kicking off this Friday. The hub of activity is at Thompson Rivers University, where CFJC's Doug Herbert was taken for a tour by Games President Henry Perrell.
The load-in is well underway as the final pieces are being brought in to prepare for the games.
This is the Arts and Education building at the university here. We're using this as our mission central.
It's the calm before the storm as the building will be bustling with athletes and volunteers as it houses a number of games-related facilities, including a fully equipped medical clinic.
So initially, you can imagine for the number of athletes we're going to have for a couple of weeks, there's a lot of materials that come in. So we'll be completely set up here, a full triage, everything's ready to go. So the idea is most of the injuries we want to be able to deal with here, not put a stress on Royal Inland Hospital.
Computers have been brought in to help track every athlete's medical history, with a lot of cable needed to connect them.
So I guess how much cable do you think you're going to need to lay?
In total here in the building? Oh my God. I think probably 2 miles all in total.
To make the medical facility complete, a room for patient care has been set up, along with a room everyone loves when visiting the doctor. This may look like a classroom now, but during games time it will act as a doctor's waiting room with 20 to 50 athletes expected to attend daily.
We go up one floor.
Upstairs are the various home bases for each province and territory where staff and volunteers get their teams ready. Not surprisingly, Team BC is already busy.
And here we go. So this is BC.
These are our cheer kits, which will go out to the venues so that parents who are coming to the games to cheer on their athletes can cheer them on.
And with everything nearly set, the only thing still needed are the 2,100 athletes.
They're arriving in shifts. Basically, we have 2 weeks of competition, if you want to call it that. So half of them are arriving tomorrow afternoon. They'll be coming in, and so they'll be getting ready for the residences, that sort of thing. They'll even start practicing on Friday.
Perrell says he's been working on the games for over 4 years, and once the opening ceremony gets underway Friday night, he'll be able to step back, take a breath, and watch the fun unfold. Doug Herbert, CFJC News.
Still ahead on the CFJC News, money gets handed out to Vancouver businesses that were destroyed in the riots. We'll tell you about that after the break. Also in today's weather, a gorgeous 30 degrees, and we're only getting warmer from here. We're expected to see 32 degrees tomorrow. I'll have your full weather report, including a look at the weekend, coming up in just a few minutes.
Scion has arrived in Kamloops. Check out Canada's newest lineup of cars featuring the XB, XD, and TC models. Experience Scion for yourself at the BC Interior's exclusive Scion dealership, Sun Country Toyota Scion.
Wow, first year away from home. Went to Walmart and got all set up. Laptop, memory, printer, and with the money we saved, we got Mom a webcam. Because I'll miss her more than she thinks.
Unbeatable prices on back to school. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Well, folks, summer is here, and it's a scorcher. Temperatures are soaring, and the forecast is nothing but heat. The dog days have begun, so slather on that sunscreen, or you're going to burn, baby, burn. And have a
This summer could be a scorcher. So learn the facts about fire before you head into BC's forests. A little knowledge and common sense can go a long way. Protect yourself and our forests. Report all forest fires. For more information, visit bcforestfireinfo.gov.bc.ca.
As a parent, we want lunches that are healthy, convenient, affordable, but most of all, eaten and enjoyed by our children.
And the kids want
something that's fun, tastes good, and safe for other kids who have allergies.
So strive for balance and include a variety of breads, pitas, and wraps, along with lean meats like turkey and chicken. You can pack small, bite-sized pieces of fruit, carrots, cherry tomatoes, cucumber slices, raisins, and cheese cubes. Low-sugar cereals are also a convenient, nutritious, and filling addition to any lunch bag. Leftovers like pizza, cooked rice, and pasta salad can also be easily added. And lastly, white or chocolate milk is a healthier choice over fruit juice. If you'd like more information, visit our website.
Until next time, keep fit and have fun.
Let's go.
Body break.
Body break.
The Moody Blues in their first cross-Canada tour. Precious Cargo. October 5th at Interior Savings Center. An unforgettable night of the Moody Blues' iconic hits performed live. Receive seats on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca, charged by phone and at the ISC box office. Visit MoodyBluesToday.com.
Love looks like freedom from abuse.
Being of service.
A hot meal on a cold night.
A place to call home.
Support in a time of crisis.
Finding a solution to the problem.
Breaking the addiction.
Caring for the physical, emotional, and spiritual needs of others.
At the Salvation Army, love your neighbor is more than just a phrase. Love is action, giving hope to those less fortunate than ourselves. Let us show you what love really looks like.
Natural is beautiful.
The Strauss Body Care line. Good for the body, good for the planet.
Rediscover golf at Sun Peaks Resort. Green fees from $65 with Power Cart. Beat the Valley Heat. Visit sunpeaksresort.com.
Welcome back. A month and a half ago, 55 businesses were damaged in downtown Vancouver during the Stanley Cup riots. Many of those businesses have lost thousands of dollars trying to cover insurance premiums and rebuild. But today, a special Vancouver Restoration Fund handed out the first of several checks to 4 businesses to help them out.
$145.60.
It's one of the first checks handed out to businesses impacted by the Stanley Cup riot back in June. This morning, 4 businesses and the Holy Rosary Church each received checks from the Vancouver Restoration Fund.
It means that the community is tight and united. That's what it means. It means that we're not alone, and it felt like we were very alone for about 6 hours that night.
Vancouver Contemporary Art Gallery, Tom Lee Music, McDonald Commercial Real Estate, and DeGino Restaurant all took a hit on the night of the riots. Most had their windows broken out. DeGino Restaurant had to even fight off rioters who tried to get into the building.
Apparently, at one point, I went through a window myself, and that's how much adrenaline there was to protect my restaurant. And everybody was holding me back, and that was one of the person that was trying to get inside, and I just pushed them out through a window.
The Vancouver Economic Development Commission set up the Restoration Fund. They have about $120,000 available, TELUS and Van City being the biggest contributors at $50,000 each. 9 businesses have been approved so far for funding. 21 more are going through the application process. The money primarily covers deductibles owners would have to pay to their insurance companies.
We're a small little family business. It's run by my father and I, so there's not big funds coming in through here.
Another beautiful day expected in the southern interior tomorrow, at the coast as well. 23 in Victoria, 24 in Vancouver. Add a full 10 degrees to that as you head into the interior. Looking at 34 in Kelowna tomorrow, 26 in Golden. Kamloops sitting at about 32, 33 degrees tomorrow. So what we see here is a ridge of high pressure over the southern third of the province, which means blue skies, temperatures in the 30s, and looking absolutely gorgeous heading into the weekend. The only small thing I could even mention is a possibility of a few more clouds lining our skies Friday night into Saturday morning. Not expected to rain, not expected to dampen the temperatures, but we will see a few more clouds possibly for a small bit of Saturday morning. Other than that, blue skies the whole way. 5-day forecast for the Caribou will begin with that. Sunshine expected to dominate right through until Monday. Temperatures anywhere from the mid-20s to 23 degrees for the low, but otherwise the weekend looks great. 24 degrees by Sunday. The North Thompson will also have some beautiful temperatures and blue skies. Sunshine dominating right through until Monday, where we'll see 30 degrees, so some warm temperatures on the way there. The Nicola Valley seeing 32 tomorrow, 29 on Friday, and sitting in the low 30s, high 20s right through the weekend. For the Shuswap, if you're heading out there for the next little bit, don't even worry about a thing. Temperatures are looking great. Blue skies will continue. 31 degrees tomorrow, 29 on Friday, staying in the high 20s as we head into Saturday, Sunday. Similar story yet again for the Kamloops area, looking at a 32-degree high for tomorrow, right where we should be. Beautiful sunshine for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even Monday. Temperatures in the low 30s right across the boards. Time now for a quick break. When we come back, Earl has sports. Stay with us.
Weather is brought to you by Sun Country Toyota, just off Hillside Drive at Caribou Place.
Why should you buy a mattress? Sound advice, honest price. Nowhere will you get a better education on mattresses than at Mattress. If you do nothing else, even if you don't buy a mattress from us, come and get a education. We're the mattress stores that save you money. Why should you buy a mattress? We don't mark up a $9.99 mattress to $2,800 only to put it on sale a week later for $9.99. You can sleep at night if you buy a mattress from us knowing that you never paid too much. We're the mattress stores that save you money.
In 1914, history was made.
The Kamloops Golf and Country Club was established as the first golf course in the city, setting the standard for Kamloops to become a favorite golfing destination. A part of our past for nearly a century, the Kamloops Golf and Country Club was completely renovated in 2010. This 18-hole, par 72 championship course has become the oldest yet newest course in Kamloops. Come see what makes this the preferred golf course to play. Welcome to the Kamloops Golf and Country Club.
Friday, September 16th, help support those with ALS at the ALS Tournament of Hope at Rivershore Golf Links. Your $150 entry fee includes a mimosa welcome, lunch, dinner, and 18 holes of golf with cart. There will be silent and live auctions, which include 2 tickets anywhere in WestJet's World and the famous Wall of Wine. Plus, there's a free shuttle to and from the event. Please help those with ALS. Register at support@alsbc.ca.
Being a pompous, pretentious psychiatrist made Grammer the highest paid actor in TV history.
I liked each other's comedy, or I liked his anyway.
Oh, I just say I've had a great career. I've had fun.
And Aaron said to me, he said, "Yeah, Tricia, do you think you can find your way over to Fox tomorrow?" And I said, "Yeah, I think I could probably do that."
I've had a checkered career. Believe me.
On CFJC-TV 7.
Take Ford, the brand offering the most vehicles with best-in-class fuel economy at 0% financing or up to $8,000 in rebates on vehicles like Fiesta, most fuel-efficient subcompact, Escape Hybrid, most fuel-efficient SUV, F-150, most fuel-efficient full-size pickup, and the all-new 2012 Focus with 59 miles per gallon. Put it all together, you go further for less. Only from Ford. Only at your Ford store.
Sports is brought to you by the Zimmer Collision Center, where we can do it all from you, from domestics to import. Now located at 695 of L Crescent.
There are some people who would give you the shirt off their back, which is what the Blazers are doing, but for a price. They're unloading game-worn jerseys from their first season right up to the present. 234 in all that have gone on sale in the team's online store. There are jerseys from the winning years, worn in some of the most memorable games in the team's history by players who have become Blazer legends right up to present-day Blazers. Does Tom need some extra pocket change? Is that why he's getting rid of these jerseys? Or?
Well, it's funny you ask that, Earl, because I think it's a big part of our history of this hockey team. They've been put away here and savored for all these years, and you know what? It's time we bring them out and show the public what we had. It's part of our past. We don't like to live in the past, but we like to respect the past and what it's done for this hockey team. And I think these jerseys are a great indication of where we've come from. Some of these players came to Kamloops and they're still here.
Yeah.
And they're moving back again. And I think that if you look at some of the names on there, you realize who's around here and what they do in the community.
Let's go to a few of those. I point out some of the guys, some of the guys who still live here.
You know,
we've got Steve Gainey over here.
Steve Gainey over there.
Taco Del Mar.
Taco Del Mar, yeah, the greatest taco salad in the history of the restaurant business.
Right down here is probably the oldest jersey that's
It is.
This is from the 85-86 season.
Yes.
That was worn by
Peter Soberlap. Dylan Willick, with the unique situation with him, is he's going to be a part of the opening ceremonies this Friday. He's going to be representing one of the torchbearers, and I think it's an exciting time for he and his family to be a part of here, obviously with moving to town.
Len Barry, who has been in the news for different reasons
Lenny,
over the last few years.
another number that I kind of adore. Lenny's jersey, which he was an enemy. If you know, some of the older Blazer fans would remember Lenny when he played for the Victoria Cougars back in the day, and he was one of the most hated players to ever come into our building. And then I think Bob Brown and Ken Hitchcock made a bold move and brought him into town.
You know, it looks like there could be some DNA on some of these jerseys, so you can authenticate them.
Well, and that's the thing. You look at them, and you know, these were the material that they used back then. It's not real great fabric, and it held water. These jerseys go from 18 ounces to probably 4 or 5 pounds by the end of a game.
There's one here that I really want that I don't see, and it was from the highest ever NHL draft pick from the Blazers, a kid named Chizowski.
It might be still in the it's been on the shelf, I think, because it doesn't sell. Earl, those ones are they got a lot of dust on them. Nobody's inquiring.
$1,000.
I need more family in town to come in and purchase them.
Which one do you think I'd look really good in?
Well, Earl, I think seeing with your experience and what you've been around our team, you know, you're part of this quarter-century hockey club, and I think a Dougie Bodger.
It's a lot more than that.
A Dougie Bodger jersey would look good on you.
Put that on. See what we look
like that. You know what? It's even got the Earl. I know you get a little feisty at night, so
yeah.
It's even got the tie down.
Well, I'm like Mark Hall, a little pugnacious. So.
That's it. We like that. It's called character. We like that. See? And I'll even help you out in the back.
Just fits.
I'll help
perfect.
you out in the back, and I'll show you. We can do it quickly here, Earl.
What do you think, Ashley?
We tie that up. See, we tie that up to your thing. I don't know if you've ever had to tie down before, Earl, but this is what happens. So
when I drop the gloves.
so that we can't pull the jersey over your head there. See?
Okay. When I drop the gloves,
right.
then it stays on. Good.
Have you ever dropped the gloves, Earl?
I've never worn the gloves. A lot of them will be back here this weekend.
A lot of guys are coming back. We're actually our all-time high of alumni and guys coming back. We're over 50 right now. We've got a full slate ready for guys at the golf tournament, and we're looking forward to getting together and sharing some stories and some laughs from years past.
Broncos came out of last week's season opener with a Player of the Week in the BC Football Conference. Mitch Day has been named the league's top defensive player in Week 1. Number 42 for the Broncos. Day is a 4-year veteran. In last Sunday's game against Okanagan, he compiled 8 tackles, had a sack, and forced a fumble. Day was also a standout at leading the wedge in special teams. Mitch Day of the Kamloops Broncos, the BC Football Conference Defensive Player of the Week.
Overnight lows of 15 degrees, warming up to 32 degrees tomorrow. Gorgeous sunshine expected both in the morning and the afternoon. That's all the time we have for the CFJC News to 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining us tonight and have a great evening. Good night.
Hey, what's wrong?
Brand new. Already getting rock chips.
Didn't I tell you about paint protection film from Auto Protectors?
No.
Huh, thought I did. You better get down there soon. That's only gonna get worse.
Thanks.
Auto Protectors in Kamloops is the leading installer of paint protection film, a clear protective barrier that prevents stone chips on your vehicle. Visit Auto Protectors at 1130 Victoria Street or on the web at autoprotectors.com.
Beautiful You offers big city treatments right here in Kamloops. We're pleased to offer laser biostimulation for hair rejuvenation, the world's best non-surgical hair improvement system. We also offer laser hair and vein removal, as well as a laser facelift with no downtime. Dr. Lotte will provide Botox and fillers for the soft lift. Check out our website for our monthly specials and our Medi Spa treatments.